and welcome to our special event. My name is Kirsten Kloss, and I'm with BizDev Weekly. I work with newlucid.com, and I'm a partner in that company with Chris Hamilton. He is a blogger with salestipaday.com. Thanks for joining us here, Chris.
Thanks for having me, Kirsten.
What we want to talk about here today is the leveraging the power of the new search. And let me explain to you the paradigm shift that's occurred in the last, well, I guess 10 years, but it's really coming to light now. In the past, if somebody was looking for a product or a service, they would typically go into Yellow Pages and they would look up the category and find a list of companies that might be offering services. And typically what would happen there is you'd be looking for the biggest ad, the one ad that had the most compelling benefit list, and you would call out that company up. Or the person that's top on the list. That's why, if you remember seeing the AAA house cleaning or AAA electronics, everyone wanted to be on the top of that list. Well, as you are well aware, this has all changed. And you know, as much as Yellow Pages has tried to take on the online world and make it theirs, traditional print advertising, traditional print search for business listings is almost dead. And now everyone seems to be switching to Google search. Now there's Bing and there's Yahoo, but still the big player, the big kahuna out there, the one with the biggest database is Google. And what's happening is companies are going online, people are going online and searching Google for their products and services. Now, here's what's happening, and here's what's happened recently, is that Google has introduced Google Plus Local, which is a local listing service, in with their search results. So now what happens is, what they actually did was they combined Google Local, or Maps, which was a mapping system with dots and where companies are located regionally, and they've combined it into a review system, and that basically is showing up now at the top of search results. And so when people do a search for a company name and a city, so if they're looking for dentists in Calgary, you know, I'll give you an example here. We're searching for Calgary dentist. What's happening basically is you're getting a list of all of the companies in a map, and where they're all located, and then in the search results below the paid advertising at the top, you're getting a list of all the companies that are located locally. And here what I'll do is I'll just enlarge this a little bit, and you'll see here Calgary dentists, all these results here with the A, B, C, D, and that's all located on the list. Now this is now replacing Google, Yellow Pages listings. And if you're here's the bottom line. If you're located on this front list in the search results, you're getting 90% of the new business that's looking for anything in your company. Chris, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Kirsten, I would actually say it's probably even higher than 90%. I mean, there is a steady stream of people calling you. I think one thing that you really do want to touch on, especially on this, is the ratings that are on there, right? So, you know, if you pull that map up again, you can take a look at it.
Those ratings.
And the ratings are specific. So the first one you see there, Ambience Dental, he has a score of 28 out of 30, which is a phenomenal score. And what that is that's actually from a service that Google bought a while back called Zagat. And Zagat used to be a restaurant, rating system. And what they've done is they've now applied it into the Google Plus Local listings so that, you know, people can rate their experience with these dentists, restaurants, anything. There's so much in there. If you go to the one below it, Kirsten, what you see is
it's Calgary dentist,
or Calgary dentist. There's only one review, right?
Angela E. Muller.
Yeah, there's only one review. There's some of these guys have no reviews. I would bet if you click on a couple of those pages, so click on Calgary dentist, for example. Okay, let's look at their go to their places page, right? Their review. Go there.
So what happens when you click review is it goes to that's the local listing. Now, Google, what they've done is they pulled all those in from Yellow Pages if they didn't already exist. So they proliferated basically a full list of all of what Yellow Pages had and created this, and now people can leave a review. Now see here, he has one excellent review. No, but only one review. Now, if that were a mediocre or a bad review, that would be bad news for this company, because that gives everybody a really bad first impression about that company.
People would run from that. I think the other thing I want to stress when I look at this, though, is I could tell that they have their information up online, so they have actually claimed their review. I think one of the bigger things that people don't understand is that in most cases, you have your business listed on Google, and you probably have no idea that it's listed on there in this fashion. You know, click another one. Maybe that.
Well,
Angela...
first of all, what I like to iterate is when you just glance, if you just slide your mouse over top of the listing on the right, the profile shows up. I mean, this is how much Google is pushing this format of review. And what was that question, Chris?
Just if you could go to maybe the third one on the list, just hover over that. Hover over it so we can see if they've actually claimed their listing. So I can tell, you know, they've claimed their listing, I'll bet, because they've got pictures up there.
This one,
that one,
not.
Click on it, and I'll show you they probably have not claimed their listing on that one.
And there's no reviews yet.
Yeah, and there's nothing on there. This is going to be huge. If you're showing up on the front page and you're getting great reviews and you're promoting yourself, you know, dramatically, then you will get found. I could tell just looking at this, these guys have not claimed their listing.
Yeah.
So they have no idea that
but you know what that tells me?
there.
And this is the bottom line. This is what's going to potentially change your business. The fact that you have somebody on that first 7 listings that hasn't even claimed their Google local listing means that is ripe for the picking. You can have that spot. It's actually not that difficult to take over somebody else's spot if they haven't put any effort into their local listings. And what we'll do here is we'll give you free advice on how to actually start that process. We'll give you some great tips on how to dominate that local listing service. Now, it's one thing to try to dominate keywords and get found on Google globally. That's a rather tough thing to do. This isn't so difficult. It requires a strategy, and it requires a little bit more than just keywords. You gotta work around with local listings. You got to make sure that you've got your profile set up right. You got to make sure that you want to have some reviews up there as well. But the point is that this is definitely achievable for most small and medium-sized businesses to be the master in your niche in your local market. And if you follow the information here on this page and you register for about a 15 minutes to a half an hour, a short seminar, we'll explain to you some of the ways in which you can dramatically improve your positioning in this local search environment. So, Chris, any last thoughts?
Well, I think you just have to really understand that if you're going to be in that top section, you're going to have your phone ringing and you're going to have sales leads coming through. And you know what? Just a little bit of effort and you can get there. Beat your competition. Give us a call and we'll help you with this sort of stuff.
Absolutely. Remember, Google is now the largest aggregator of information in the world. If you can dominate that space in your specialty, in your niche, and in your local market, you will get those phone calls and you will have incoming sales leads on a regular basis, and you will dominate the market over your competition. Thanks everyone for joining, and see you on the inside.